Hey guys, my name is Steve Winfrey, and I wanted to do a video because I myself am a chronic kidney disease patient. I was diagnosed at the age of 18 years old, and when I was first diagnosed, I was told I had less than 50% function. So I would have been considered stage 3A. At the time, they just called it stage 3, and this was back in 2003. And so I've been battling with the disease for quite a while now, more than half my life. I'm 37 now, and just wanted to share with you guys other kidney patients, other dialysis patients. I began dialysis when I was 31. I ended up doing it for about 15 months, which is, not the longest term. I know that there's a lot of other fighters out there who have done it for many, 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 many more years, and I know some who were able to bypass it, which is wonderful. But in my 15 months, that was long enough for me to fully develop an opinion and feelings about dialysis. And of course, they're not good. But the reason I wanted to do this video is I just wanted to talk to other kidney patients. I just want to talk to other people who are thinking about being donors. Today is a very special day. And the reason I say that is 5 years ago tonight, my wife brought me out here on this very swing, and she had gotten me some baseball cards. It's something that I did. I collect baseball cards, sports cards, love sports, love baseball, basketball. So nothing out of the ordinary, but the pack was already opened, which was a little unusual. So I went ahead and took the cards out, and my wife was filming me, which was a little odd, but the reason she gave me for filming helped it make sense. But so anyway, so I'm going through the cards, and after a few, I come across this one. Some of y'all may have seen this card before. Some of you guys may have seen the story. It's hard to see, and I'm shaking. I'm sorry. But on this card, she announced that she was saving my life. She had just found out she was a match from Vanderbilt Medical, and she was going to be donating her kidney to me. My own wife, on this porch, just told me that she was going to save my life 5 years ago. And I can't tell you how emotional that's to this day makes me, because when I was on dialysis, and for you all who are on dialysis, whether it's in-center or peritoneal at home, you feel like you're chained to that chair, you're chained to that machine. While the purpose of the machine is good, sometimes it's hard to see that when you're sitting in that chair instead of being at work or with your family or out celebrating, and it can get to you. I understand that. I developed depression and anxiety from sitting in the chair that made me feel like that was going to be the rest of my life. And so for my wife to be sitting here on this porch with me and to tell me that she was a match and going to save my life, wow. Sorry. For those who are thinking about being donors, please watch. Please understand what I'm conveying. She saved my life. I would not be here. I fully believe I would not be sitting here, whether it be because the disease progressed, I couldn't find a donor, or I'll be honest, the depression may have been too much. That's not something that's easy to talk about. That's not something that a lot of people want to talk about, but I'm here to say, talk about it. It's okay to talk about being depressed. It's okay to talk about things like that. It's good to get that off, and I want you all to talk to me about that. But I can't believe it. She saved my life. And on September 28th, 2017, we had our transplant, our operation, and it went incredible. And I've got to tell you, as a person who was on the receiving end of the new life, I could not sleep the night before. My nerves, my anxiety were through the roof. But it had nothing to do with myself and my operation. It had everything to do with my donor, my wife, my best friend, my soulmate, who quite coincidentally the night before was so calm in our hotel room, just as calm as could be. And I looked at her and said, "Do you not realize what you're doing tomorrow?" And she just kind of emphatically looked at me and said, "Yeah, what about it?" And I couldn't believe it. I'm like, this is a big deal. This is a real big deal. And I remember she just looked at me and she said, "Do you not remember when we first started dating and when you told me that you had kidney failure and I told you one day I'm going to save your life?" No kidding. And she said, "So this is supposed to happen. This is the way it was meant to be. This is what God had laid out. So I am comforted in God's journey He has picked for me." And I just thought, my goodness, that is incredible. That is absolutely incredible. So a lot of my nerves were for her safety, for being okay, because she was losing something. And that's a difficult thing. And that's another reason that I've making this video is I want to let you know that as a donor, she is extremely healthy to this day. I kid you not. The last time she had her creatinine checked, it was in the 90th percentile, which is absolutely amazing. And another thing, we've always wanted to start a family, but we just couldn't because of everything I was going through and some things going on with herself. But guess what? 2 months ago, July 4th, 2 months ago, May 4th, we welcomed our baby, Levi, into the world. We adopted embryos, and we wanted to see if it would work. We were told she couldn't get pregnant. The odds were against her. They were stacked, actually. And guess what? With one kidney down, her health still being okay, her faith high, her hope high, she got pregnant. And we now have a son. We now have a family. And that is something that we never thought would ever happen before the transplant. And, the thought of being a donor. Could that keep me from getting pregnant? It didn't. She's living a dream life, what she tells me. Her health is top notch. She's a mother. She's living her dream. We're still doing things that we always wanted to as a family. So the point I'm trying to make is think about it. As a donor, that's a big decision. That's not a quick decision. That's something you really have to think about, put a lot of thought into. My point is I just want to answer some of those questions that you may have had, some of those fears that are very justifiable. Hopefully put some of it to rest. You never know. Because we need more donors like my wife. I've got too many friends who are sitting in dialysis chairs, who are young, with families, who need that second chance, third chance to be with them for a long time. The process of becoming a donor, you fill out some forms. They do some blood work. They do some different scans and things like that of your abdomen, of your kidney, because they got to check certain things. And according to Heather, okay, she said the most invasive thing that happens when you're trying to become a donor is the blood draw. And that's it. So if you're not afraid of needles, if having your blood taken is something that's not really, I don't know many people that enjoy it, but it's not something that scares you. That genuinely is the most difficult part of being able to be a donor, okay? But I'm gonna go ahead and let you guys know, please contact me through here on YouTube. Find me on social media, Heather and Steve Winfrey. We have a page on Facebook. Please, I beg you, if you're a donor who's on the fence and trying to decide, please ask us as many questions as you can. And to second that, of why you should be a donor, I have never, ever, ever been this happy in my life if it wasn't for my wife. My best friend saved me. I have a second chance, and part of that second chance is I get to be a husband for a long, long time, and now I get to be a dad. And I smile every day. I defeated that depression that just overwhelmed me, and I did that with the help of my wife, with a donor. So I just implore you, please, if you're thinking about it, reach out, ask questions. We'd be very happy to help you guys. But yeah, so just wanted to wrap that up. It's a very special day. Like I said, 5 years ago today, my wife told me she was saving my life. Unexpectedly to us, when she got it on film, she put it on the internet. The next day, it ended up going viral, apparently. And across the world on all the platforms, media platforms, whether it's videos in the news, in a paper, an article that's written, views on whatever it is, it's totaled to almost 700 million views. 700 million, and that blows my mind that moment, that 4.5 minute video of a donor saving a kidney disease in a dialysis patient's life. 700 million. And it's been a blessing. It really has. We decided to use the platform for good. We want to help people, just like I'm trying to in this video. Stay humble about it. We just signed a book and a movie deal. That's right, a movie deal, because of our story, because there's so much more to it. I invite you guys to look it up. Just Steve and Heather Winfrey Kidney. You can type that in. But thank you so much to everybody who has sent us kind words. Thank you to everybody who has been there for us. Thank you to the American Kidney Fund. They have been such wonderful, wonderful people in allowing us to advocate with them, giving us opportunities to speak to Congress members. I highly recommend you check them out. They do a lot of wonderful things. So if you're a dialysis patient, all right, or a kidney patient, and we all know how deductibles and copays can be, hit them up. American Kidney Fund. Look up American Kidney Fund. They're wonderful people. But yeah, so thank you to everybody who has sent us messages, who have sent us notes, who have been so kind and so caring. Thank you from the bottom of our hearts. I thank you for making me feel like I do have value to this world, because I got to tell you, on July 4th, 2017, I fell to my knees and asked God why he had left me. Why did he forget me? And to just go ahead and take me. I had no purpose. I had no value. I was worthless as a human being sitting in that chair. And I'm here to tell you guys, you're not. All right? Dialysis patients, you are not worthless. You do not lack value. What you have is an experience like nobody else. You have pain like nobody else. You can use that to change the world. Use that experience to help other people. Because, you know, we all know we have those moments where we're sitting in dialysis or at home and we say, you know, why me? Why in the world am I going through this? Well, if you can take the worst things that are going on in your life and find a way to use it to help other people, you can answer that question every night and you can sleep, I promise. All right? So for those of you who are on dialysis, keep your head up, keep going, keep faith. I promise you, it's coming. Like, what you need is going to come. Do not be afraid to share your story. Do not be afraid to put it out there. That's how you find donors. And I know it may seem helpless and hopeless because you don't see an answer right in front of your face. Well, that's what a miracle is. A miracle is something that just all of a sudden, bam, is in your face. Like a custom baseball card that says, my wife is saving my life. I'm telling you, just hang on, hang in there, all right? I love and respect every kidney patient that's out there, whether I know you or not. Know that I care and I love, and I respect what you go through, because I've gone through it as well. Just keep going and you're going to be all right. And to the donors out there and those who are thinking about donating, God bless you. God bless you from the bottom of my heart. I want you to see what a donor did for me. And now I'm a dad, and I'm like the happiest person in the world. And I feel so much better, and my wife is so well. It's just a beautiful, beautiful thing. So thank you guys. I'm going to wrap it up. Please do not hesitate to reach out. I'm serious. All right? Bye, guys.